Um, Hello. So, welcome to our online practice lounge. In this video, we're going to be looking at the rhythms rather than the rather than the chord progressions used on handout 2A from session 2. So I'm just going to go through these one by one, and not spend too long on each one. But yeah, just use this as a backup if there's any that you're just not really getting. Okay, so exercise 1 is made up of triplets with 2 quavers at the end of each bar, and that sounds like. By the way, I'm going to just use a G chord. If you want to play along. Okay, so after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 Okay, now in terms of strumming, as ever, we can't really stress this enough. Don't worry too much about whether your hand should be going downwards or upwards. You just do what feels natural, and that's usually technically the correct thing to do. If you can really talk technically about the direction of your right hand. But in that instance, I was going down for the triplets and down up for the quaver at the end. Exercise 2, again quavers and triplets, and that sounds like this. If we count that, which you should be doing when you're first practicing these things, be 1 and 2E and 3 and 4E and 1 and 2E and 3 and 4E and 1, 2E and 3 and 4E and 1 and 2E and 3. Exercise 3, we have a tie in this one, so you can see that from the second crotchet into the third quaver, that's tied, so that means that we don't actually make contact with the strings on beat 3, or in the first half of beat 3 at least. And that sounds like this. Let's start that again. I'm going to count out loud, I'm going to do the right thing. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Now you'll notice on the third beat my hand was moving down but not connecting with the strings, and that is a ghost strum. Do that again. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, exercise 4. We have 2 ties this time, so the second beat is tied and the third beat is tied. On the first half of those beats are tied, because as you can see, the reason I'm looking down, by the way, is because that's where the handout is. As you can see, yeah, we've split those beats into 2. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So notice on 3 and 2 we're going down but we're not connecting with the strings, you might want to just skip back and take a second look at that. Exercise 5 now. 2 beats in each bar, and we've introduced the semi-quaver. So we've split each beat into 4 parts, and we count these as 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and, or else we've only got 2 beats in each bar, that'd be 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and. I'm going to do all of these in downstrokes. 1 E and 2 E and 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 1 E and 2 E and. Exercise 6. Is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 beats in each bar again. Beat number 1 is 1 E and. Beat number 2 is 2 and. 1 E and 2 and 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 1 E and 2 and. Exercise 7. Slightly more complicated, but if you take it quite slowly, fairly easy to get into. This is where we've lost a stick, is probably the more simple way of describing this. We've lost the E. If we imagine that first quaver, which is connected to 2 semiquavers, was actually 4 semiquavers, and we've lost the second semiquaver. In the context of counting that out loud, if we have 1 E and A, we've lost the E. So we don't actually play anything on the E. Sounds like this. 1 E and 2 E and. Do that again. 1 E and 2 E and. The rhythm that we've got here is 1 E and 2 E and 3, 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3, 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3, 4. And then finally, after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and 2 and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. Probably the best way to practice these is to get comfortable with rhythms on their own by just playing one chord. And then tackle the chord progressions. You wouldn't be expected to get all of this down in 1 week, but yeah, just slowly chip away at it over the next couple of months, and we'll definitely be building on this kind of thing. And generally speaking, all of the chord progressions and all of the songs that we play, we're going to use this more technical and professional way of reading each chord progression. Happy practicing. Any questions relating to this, then just give me a ring or an email or speak to me next week.